Every April, my family and I fly from New York to Nashville to run the half marathon, and we are flying Delta. Delta commands a 9% premium over pretty much all the other airlines when it comes to price, but they can get away with it because of their customer experience. And I know what you're saying, what are you talking about, Gabe? Airlines are terrible at customer experience. And to some extent, that's true. A lot of it has to do, frankly, with the fact that the most difficult thing to control is weather. But beyond that, I do think that Delta is able to command that 9% premium as compared to most of their competitors for a reason. In 2023, while other airlines were struggling with cancellations and delays, they maintained an over 84% on-time rate, which was the best among major carriers. But that's not what I'm here to talk about today. I'm here to talk about the principles that have made Delta strong, beginning with principle number 1. Digital should enhance the physical experience, but obviously not replace it. Now, I've talked about this before with other brands, but I do feel like it's necessary to talk about it specifically with Delta. Delta doesn't use technology to put distance between themselves and their customers. They use it to reduce anxiety and friction throughout the customer journey, which in this case is an actual journey. The seamless connection between digital and physical creates a sense of control that's rare in air travel, an industry notorious for making customers feel powerless. Now, while that digital element is significant, it's important to acknowledge what they're doing in their physical spaces for the customer experience. So Delta has reimagined the touch points in the customer journey. Their check-in areas feature clear wayfinding signage, abundant self-service kiosks, roaming agents with mobile devices, and dedicated family check-in lanes. Very important for me. Their security approach includes clear partnership for biometric screening, TSA pre-check integration, digital ID verification in select airports, and their gate offers power outlets at every seat, free high-speed Wi-Fi, digital status boards visible from all angles, boarding processes that actually work. And this leads us to our second CX principle. Identify and eliminate your customers' biggest pain points. So Delta recognized that traditional stress points in the customer experience at an airport, we're talking check-in, security, and boarding, were damaging the overall travel experience, even if the flight itself was perfect. While many airlines were removing amenities and shrinking seats, Delta invested billions in other improvements, seats with additional legroom and width, seat back entertainment on nearly all planes, but I'm sure for some reason, somehow, not the plane that I'm taking tomorrow, high-speed Wi-Fi that actually works, power outlets at every seat, enhanced cabin air filtration, quieter engines for reduced noise fatigue. But the physical product is only part of the equation. The true differentiation is their crew. This brings us to our third principle, which is that in service-oriented businesses, your people are the product. Now, Delta is a little bit of both. We need them to have a plane, but ultimately they are a service industry in the same way that Uber and Lyft are a service industry. Delta realizes that passengers don't distinguish between human interaction and their overall customer experience or physical experience flying in a plane. Delta realizes that investing in education and training is so useful. In fact, Delta flight attendants do have more initial training than many of their counterparts in other airlines. This brings us to our fourth principle, which is that service recovery is not just something to help fix a problem, but an opportunity to create loyalty. Delta's approach to service recovery means proactive communication about disruptions, automatic rebooking on next available flights, meal vouchers sent directly to the app, hotel accommodations arranged digitally, and personalized apologies from leadership. But their most impressive service recovery tool is their empowerment of frontline employees. Delta gate attendants and flight attendants generally have more authority to solve problems on the spot. Now, to be clear, just like with Domino's and other brands that I've discussed here when it comes to franchises, individual employees can make your life very difficult. But generally speaking, as compared to my other experiences with airlines around the world, Delta has done a pretty good job. Delta views disruptions not as operational failures, but as opportunities to demonstrate their commitment to their customers. And this is a perfect segue into our final principle for customer experience, which is making your loyalty program relevant to your customers' lifestyle, not just occasional purchases. While most airline loyalty programs initially focus, on flights predominantly, Delta created an entire ecosystem of partnerships. And these partnerships make their currency valuable in everyday life. So you have American Express partnerships with transferable points. What was once the Lyft partnership now is an Uber partnership for points on rides. Airbnb partnership for vacation rentals. Starbucks partnerships for coffee purchases. Delta Vacations for package bookings. Delta understood early on that for many consumers, they might fly 1, 2, 3 times a year. So they needed a way to create a connection with that customer throughout the year for everything that they're doing, so they remember Delta when it's time for them to pick their flight. So what has this comprehensive CX strategy done for Delta? Industry-leading net promoter score, I think it's about 41. The industry average is 27. Ability to command a significant premium over their competitors. One of the highest on-time arrival rates of major carriers. So what I think is most impressive about what Delta has done is they've created actual brand preference in an industry that basically beyond business classes is run by cutthroat pricing. All right, folks, you've seen now what it's like to travel with Delta and their customer experience strategy. Be sure to subscribe to our newsletter, subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you in the next one.